Hey, so good to see you again. My voice is a little hoarse from a cold that I just recovered from. Sorry. I'm just glad that I don't have any fever anymore. I'm starting to feel like myself again. So, thank goodness for that. I had a great vacation. I just came back from Walt Disney World in Florida, and definitely one of my favorite places in the world to visit. I found this at Epcot, the Epcot theme park in the Mexico Pavilion. Not sure if you can see that. Can you see it? It's a coconut Rolo de Coco, and I bought it in the Mexico Pavilion. I've never seen this anywhere. I really like this. I wish I could get my hands on this somewhere. You know, I was born in Kanagawa Prefecture, which is actually near Yokohama. I really don't remember much from my childhood. I remember a lot of snow, trying to catch a butterfly with my hands, and I clapped my hands together and I accidentally smashed it and killed the butterfly, poor thing, and I thought I did such a bad thing and I felt so bad for the butterfly. Those two things I remember, and I also remember being in the hospital a lot because I was very sick and I was born with a weak heart. The doctor had told my family that I would not live for long. But anyway, they estimated that I would die by the time I was 9. I didn't know all this until I grew up. I'm still alive, I'm pretty healthy, so I'm really grateful for that. So I lived in Tokyo with my family until I was 5. My mother and I, we moved away to Hawaii. We had to leave my sister back because she couldn't afford to take the both of us to Hawaii. After a few months and she had enough money, she called for my sister to be brought. She didn't speak English at all, and my grandmother, you know, I love her so much, but she was really hard on my mom. You know, it toughened her up really quickly, and after a few years, she was able to open up her own business and buy an apartment of her own. She tried her best to raise my sister and me the best she could. She told this story to me when I was around 15 years old and I was going through puberty. I was rebelling against the world and I hated life. I was giving her a lot of heartache. You know, my father he really was the worst father ever. So he was never there. You know, they were divorced immediately after, you know, we went to Hawaii. But he really was an asshole, and he really made life hard for my mother. He had another girlfriend on the side. I think in addition to that, he had other women as well. He also had a gambling problem, and you know, my mother had to go to work as well, even though she had to you know, take care of us kids. You know, we're really, you know, babies. I think she had to hire a babysitter. There were many days that she actually couldn't afford a babysitter because I remember being alone in the house, and I remember going out looking for my mom, which actually caused trouble for her as well. You know, she told me that one day she was walking hand in hand with my sister and I, my sister on one side, me on the other. We're walking down the street. My father had taken all the money that she had saved up. He had used up all the money that was supposed to feed us, to pay the rent. She just started walking down the street with her 2 kids, and she said she was crying, and all she could think about was how she could end everything right then and there. And she wanted to jump in front of the train and kill herself, and life would be so much easier. There was one thing that stopped her. She thought that if she died, what would happen to us? We needed to get away from my father. I guess we really needed to start a new life. You know, no matter how angry she was or no matter how much she yelled at me or whatever, that always reminded me that, you know, she sacrificed a lot of her life for us. You know, no matter what. Always be grateful for, you know, to my mother for raising us up and taking care of us, and without her we wouldn't be here. So thank you, Mom. I really appreciate it. I love you so much. I'm gonna be talking about you a lot in my other videos. The stories may not be all good because I just want to be truthful, but in the end I do love you very much, and I appreciate you, and I would never trade you in for another mother ever. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. I really love you. What were some of your memories? I'm very curious to know because I remember some things. Yeah, please tell me a little bit about yourself. Thank you for coming over again. I hope my voice gets back to normal. Some people say they like my voice better this way, but believe me, it's not easy to talk. And I've been coughing all day, so... Anyway, ciao for now. Have a great day. And see ya.